and you're hearing all this buzz in the marketplace about AI, and you just don't know what to do. You don't know how to use it. You don't even know where to start. Well, that's where you can combine the two things together because so many businesses that I work with nowadays, A, are doing poor marketing to grow their business, and that's why they're not growing. And B, they're not using AI at all because they're just intimidated by this or they don't even know where to start. So if that sounds like you, or it sounds like somebody you know, and they just don't know where to turn, then pay attention to this video. You see, in the United States right now alone, there's over 1,500 businesses closing per day. That's per day. Think about that. And that's not impacting just small businesses, that's impacting large businesses as well. As a case in point, recently, the behemoth Walmart came out and said that they are closing their startup incubator called Store Number 8. And they've had this been running for the last few years since it launched in 2017, but they have not been able to make it work. So Walmart is the largest retailer in the world, and they just decided to close down this new venture called Store Number 8. Think about the billions of dollars that they poured into this business, and they couldn't make it work. So that's going to displace a lot of employees. Being granted, some of them will be re-employed in other parts of the business, but some are going to be let go. Another example from Walmart, as a matter of fact, when you look back a few years ago, they bought this e-commerce platform called Jet.com for $3.3 billion in 2016. And in 2020, in May of 2020, they closed it down. So think about that. They'd had two pretty significant misses where the business that they purchased or tried to grow internally was going up. They poured tons of money into it and then it failed. And why is that the case? Well, I don't have the specific details, but my point is that even the largest retailer in the world can have things fail on them. And I guarantee you, they poured billions of dollars into marketing. So how does that affect the smaller digital business? Well, that's where it's all relative. Because as I work now in the consulting with digital businesses and helping them get ready to grow and exit and or take them across the line so they can have that exit experience, the main contributing factor why they're not growing, where they're kind of flat or they are growing and they just feel like they can't grow any farther, is their marketing is not working effectively. And when I ask them some details around why they think that, a lot of times they don't even know, or they have some rough idea. And so they just get frustrated. And so they want to turn around and sell their business. But then when I look behind the scenes and I get to see the financials and I get to see all the activities that they're doing, sometimes it's plain as day why they're not growing. And it boils down to just a handful of things. And so that's where I feel for these business owners, because they have put a lot of heart and soul and money into growing this business that they started, and they can't quite make it work. And so now they want to cash out or sell and then move on to kind of start over. And that's part of the learning process. I understand that because we went through that with our e-commerce business as well. And so it's a very common pitfall that I now see working with the digital business owners is, again, they get to a spot and they're stuck. So if your marketing is not working right now, there are some pretty common pitfalls why that's the case. And the other thing that's factoring into this is businesses are not using AI, partially because they don't know what to do. They're scared to death of it, or they're overwhelmed. They have no idea how to implement it. And as I'm consulting businesses right now, that's one of the low-hanging fruits that we're doing is we're taking a look at their marketing, seeing what they're missing, seeing what they're not doing quite right. And then we're using AI to help it become more efficient. So how is AI going to help any business, whether it's big or small? Well, it's going to let your business be more efficient. It's going to lower your costs, which is going to increase your revenue. And that's going to trickle down to increasing your profit, which at the end of the day is the most important thing you should be looking for, is growing your profit. Because A, you can pay yourself more, but then B, more importantly, when you go to sell your business is going to be worth that much more money. So if that sounds like you and you're struggling right now to grow your business, doesn't matter your size, but again, I focus on businesses that are under 10 million in revenue. Go ahead and either go to this URL right here. It's on the bottom of the screen right now, or there should be a link around this video, or even a button around this video. And you can set up a time to chat real quick. And I can take a quick look at your marketing, what you're doing right now, and seeing where you're struggling in your digital marketing efforts. Because time and time again, when I work with these businesses, I come across some things that are pretty common, and it's really low hanging fruit. It's hanging right in front of their eyes. It's just sitting right in front of them, and they just can't see the forest for the trees. So if that sounds like you, or you know somebody that has been sharing with you, a friend or a colleague where they're kind of struggling, then go ahead and have them go to that URL or reach out and contact me. I can set up a time with them and just take a look at some things. You'd be shocked at a 30-minute call we can uncover. And if I don't believe I can help them, I can definitely point them in the right direction. But 99 out of 100 times, or 9 times out of 10, I can definitely help them in that 30-minute call, and then even potentially moving past that. But worst case is I guarantee you'll walk away from that call learning something. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and go to this URL on the bottom of the screen, or click the links that were around this video, or go ahead and review the comments for the